Hello everyone, it's time for Lesson 3, part of our TI89 screencast series. Gonna knock your socks off. This week we're gonna learn one of my favorite functions of the calculator, and I think it'll become one of your favorites because it's just so darn useful. Equation solving. So how do you get your TI89 to solve equations? One of the nice things about the 89, which is not necessarily the case for all the TI graphing calculators, is it has a really robust equation solving routine, and it'll do stuff with variables and it'll do stuff without variables, and we'll just dig right into it. So this is Lesson 3, Equation Solver. So basically, this is the solve function. So it looks a little like an Excel function, and here's my TI89. I'm gonna turn it on. Hopefully you guys know how to do that. I'm pretty sure you do. And so what we're talking about is the solve function, and it takes two arguments. It takes an equation, and then you got to tell it what variable you want to solve, because you can actually type in an equation with as many variables as you want, but you can only solve for one. And as we'll see a little later on in the next screencast, you can actually solve a system of equations. So basically, it doesn't have to be one equation here. You can enter as many as you want. And then you can solve for, if you have two equations, you can solve for two variables. So that's cool. We're going to start here with one equation, one variable. And here's some examples. Let's dig right into this. We're going to start with examples so easy that we could just solve them by hand. 2x equals 4. Well, hopefully you could all look at that and recognize that x equals 2. So the solve command, if you look at your F2 menu, that's algebra. So the solve command, if you push F2, that is the first command there. So notice there's a whole bunch of different things you can do with a TI89. You can factor, expand, find the zeros. I got a phone call. This is like the first phone call I've gotten in 5 years. Okay, hold on. Hello? Hi. Sure. Yeah, just stop in. Okay. No problem. Okay, yeah, just, I'll be recording in my office, so just knock on the door. Okay, bye. Okay, so, there's a bunch of functions. We're going to start with solve, so you just push 1, and like we said before, you just type in the equation and the variable you want to solve for. So what is that going to look like? That's just going to be 2x equals 4. And that's the equation. Then you need a comma, which is right there. And you need to tell it what variable to solve for. In this case, it's pretty simple. It just has to be x. Close out the parentheses, push enter, and x equals 2. Cool.